Good evening, everybody. I'm Meteorologist Zach McIntyre at our station here in Salinas. And today, we're going on the road. Picture leaving a hose on, and that water making a direct hit somewhere on the Central Coast. I do have some sunshine later in that forecast, but we've got some wet weather to deal with first. And if you can't tell by my hood shaking, it is a much darker scene out here than it was during the 5 o'clock show. And I've had my eye on one severe thunderstorm heading into Kern County that is putting out some gusty winds, even hail at about 1 inch in diameter. Okay, maybe there's no snow falling, and I don't actually hear any Christmas music playing. But with this storm, we're also gonna see some wind, and I think that'll impact more people tomorrow than the rain will if you don't live in Santa Cruz County. Would you shave my head?
Yeah, I would shave your head for you, Zach.
Thanks.
Yeah,
you like apples?
I do like apples.
How about these apples, Aaron?
Very nice, tasty, Honey Crisp.
There are literally power lines jumping up and down in front of me, and I'm just holding down the camera and the tripod just to keep it from falling over. Cue the music, Amanda. As of about 2 hours ago, the rain has made it to the Central Coast, pushing up from the south, so the Santa Lucia Mountains, you have seen the most so far. Now, most of this rain is light, but I am tracking some more moderate showers. Those are pushing into southern San Benito County. So it's time for an episode of It's Not Weird, It's Science. Science! 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 Keep it going! The storm's going to bring some very windy conditions and the potential for some flooding. Here at Seacliff Beach, there's, well, not too much of a beach. In combination of the higher tide and bigger waves, the ocean is taking up most of the sand. But first things first. All right, much better. With those offshore winds, I was walking around the grocery store today and I walked into a guy and he told me that the surf today, word for word, was epic. In the summertime, local residents take their inner tubes out here and float down the river. But today it's a different story. As you can see, there is a lot more power in this river and it is extremely fast moving. Could see 2 to 4 inches as low as 1,500 feet. We're right on the edge of where this is going to play out. So Northern California into right around the Santa Cruz Mountains. And when we get severe thunderstorms like this one that I was tracking, sometimes we get rotation. Lots of weather happening across the United States tonight, and it's got me feeling a little bit emotional. And I'll be honest with you, some might say it's got me in my feelings.
Got me in my feelings. Gotta be real.
We're doing another shark story today, except today we're talking about
baby great white sharks in Monterey Bay.
Baby great white shark. He's not used to the cold weather, so he buried himself in the sand to stay warm. So we had to bring the jellyfish to him.
I haven't touched them.
Yeah, you want to touch it? What's it feel like?
Soft. Watery, huh?
Do you like it?
Yeah.
With our already saturated grounds, all that rain's going to wash into those rivers and creeks and streams, so it is possible we could see those start to flood as the ocean moves in and the ocean moves out. But once or twice a year, we get the biggest high and low tide, and that happens during a new or full moon. Still kind of disorganized, not seeing a well-defined eye. Dan's got a pretty good look going on. He's got the long sleeve shirt and the shorts, but I think we could do a little bit better for tomorrow's weather. So we're going to start off with a sweater. It's like when your Uncle John calls you, says he's on the way, but he gets stuck in traffic, takes him about 9 hours later to get to your house. That is what's happening with our storm system right now. Today's the last day of winter, but those spring showers are already here. Oh yeah, they are in full effect. Here's a look at what we're looking at right now over the past couple hours. That rain has been turning on here on the Central Coast. It's been mostly dry throughout the day, but as we're looking into the Santa Lucia mountain range, that is where those showers are starting to push up from the south. We're seeing widespread light showers there, and I'm tracking some more moderate showers pushing through southern San Benito County right now. And if you live in that area, those showers will be pushing through your area in about the next 30 minutes or so. And as far as the Santa Cruz Mountains, we have seen mostly dry conditions, but light showers are starting to push through your area as of right now. And for this system, it is the morning commuters that I'm most concerned about. So give yourself some extra time and listen up as we go throughout the night, especially if you're an early morning commuter. Between 3 and 6 o'clock, that's when we'll see the brunt of this system. We'll see widespread showers, briefly moderate to heavy at times, and then it'll become more light towards 6 to 8 o'clock. But we'll see some pooling out on the roadway, so give yourself some extra time as you're heading out. And if you've got any kids in school, maybe heading to the bus stop tomorrow morning, maybe consider driving them to school, or at least packing them with an umbrella so they don't get soaked at the bus stop. Because as I mentioned, I am expecting showers to continue from 6 to 8 o'clock in the morning. Those temperatures will be mild, mostly in the near 50s, but we're setting up for kind of a dreary, cool day across the Central Coast, so make sure to pack those layers as we're heading throughout the day. Now, the good news is we're starting off the day on a soggy start, but as we head into lunchtime, those showers become more scattered in nature. They'll be light. I'm tracking the possibility of a thunderstorm, and that would bring some more moderate to heavy rain. But other than that, just some light showers come lunchtime. And if you're looking to get outside tomorrow, maybe heading out for dinner, your best chance for dry weather will be around dinner time. Still seeing some light isolated showers and patchy clouds, but other than that, we will be on the drying phase of this system come dinner time tomorrow. Now, as far as rain totals, it's going to be a little bit of a hit or miss type of storm. Inlet spots like Piscinus, Hollister, only seeing about a 1/10 to a 1/4 inch of rain, and then that'll get a little more, you'll see a little bit more rain as we head towards the coast at just over 1/2 inch, but it is the coastal mountain ranges that we'll see the most, on average over 1/2 inch, and the peaks of these mountains getting closer to 1 to 2 inches of rain, which we've been drying out of these past couple days, so I'm not too worried about flooding, but it will be beneficial for the most part for this rain. But the other thing that I'm tracking with this is those temperatures. As I mentioned, we're in the 80s these past couple days for some spots, and the Santa Cruz Mountains tomorrow you'll be in the upper 50s, 60 degrees in Santa Cruz tomorrow. So quite the turnaround as we slide down the coast. Temperatures in the near 60s, 60 degrees tomorrow in Salinas. Inland spots not seeing too much of a variation, will be in the near 60s for most places across the Central Coast. Monterey, you'll be at 60 degrees tomorrow, mid 50s once we get to the outskirts of the peninsula. And as we take our final stop here on the tour, the Salinas Valley, you'll be in the low 60s with 64 degrees in Bradley and 60 degrees in Parkfield. So if you are enjoying these warmer conditions tomorrow, put that jacket on. We'll have windy conditions as we head throughout the night. And I'm tracking more rainy conditions as we head throughout the week. Track another system Friday and Saturday, and then again on Monday and Tuesday, so keep that rain jacket in the back of your car and pay attention to that forecast. Back to you.
Zach McIntyre starts our team coverage. And Zach, you're seeing light showers and lots of wind live on the peninsula right now. We hear it, we see it.
That's exactly right, Zach. And if you can't tell by my hood shaking, it is a much darker scene out here than it was during the 5 o'clock show. In fact, the rain has just started to come down. So far, it's just been light drizzle, but as you can tell behind me, those clouds are dark and that cold front is coming in. The other side effect that I've been noticing is that wind has been picking up. Just take a look at this video I shot about 20-30 minutes ago. You can see this lady walking across the field right here. Her hood was shaking just as much as mine. It is one of those winds out here where it's hard to keep the camera straight, let alone keep your clothes on straight. And as you can tell, that those clouds are just offshore. Widespread rain is something that we are expecting here on the Central Coast. And along with that, the swell has picked up as well. There are easily probably 20 or 30 people in the water here. As we go back to my cam here, as you can tell, there are probably 20-30 people out in the water right now surfing. There's probably just as many walking along the beach. So this weather isn't stopping people from enjoying the beach, but as we take a look at what's happening across the Central Coast, there are some things that we probably should be prepared about. I'm going to pass it off to Chief Meteorologist Dan Cianco with more about what's happening across the Central Coast.